Sorry, I can't speak very loud since it's late into the night. But basically, what we're gonna be doing in this video is to debunk the silly Italian allegations. Now, in response to the German involvement, Taco is the owner of a Spanish regiment, which even the Italian officer, Imperial Alex, would know considering his service time. He was eligible to attend as a Spanish unit, and that immediately explains why he didn't rally his own group, but instead his regiment in Spain. There's no but what about ism around this fact. Look, he has been in Spain since 2023, has earned himself multiple medals, just like Wilhelm, who's also been in Spain for months before the battle. So yeah, Taco is a regimental commander in Spain. He has been in Spain since 2023. And another person they pointed out was Jure, who was also at the battle, but this guy, yeah, he joined Germany, but he joined Germany after Spain. He's been in Spain since day one. Here's another picture of him. It shows him day one as a low rank and here as an officer throughout the months, years technically, because he's been here since 2023. Another person they pointed out was Dominic, because they found a picture of a guy called Dom in Germany, but it's not even the same guy. The usernames don't even match. It's literally not the same Dom. Their Dom is just Dom, ours is Dominic. These imbeciles, Italians are imbeciles. And I would have understood if Taco pinged everyone saying, oh, we're joining as an ally to Spain, come fight for an ally or something, but that didn't happen. And dual citizenship alone does not dictate merking, as Cool Golf Boy said himself on voice chat that day, on the 18th of May. And it's not even like a debate, because, I mean, just think about it. If Italians had hours scouting the Germany squad, why is there no pictures of Germany making an announcement rallying its troops? Because they never did. If they did, Italians would have used it as proof. Anyway, let's move on to the second point. Response to the Mossad dynasty involvement. Now this one is just way too easy. Now, considering Gough was able to attend in favor of Italy, bringing 12 whole soldiers, and as Italian apologists tend to justify it using "we didn't ask them," the same can be applied here. The dynasty isn't even a faction, but a hangout server that came for our favor, and we didn't even ask for their attendance. And at least unlike Italy, I have some evidence showing I was against them, which they didn't even rally. They provided one guy, I think. But like I said, considering Cool Golf Boy was able to attend in favor of Italy, and as those pathetic Italians tend to justify it using "we didn't ask them," same can be applied here. We didn't ask for their attendance. And also, Italy never showed any proof that they told Cool Golf Boy not to show up. They just claimed it with no evidence. Now, to the next point. Response to me saying 20 Robux if you stay. Now, as you see, I had to say, if you stay, I'll give you 20 Robux. Because I was scared my soldiers would leave as a result of already waiting in voice chat for 40 minutes because of all the delays the devs were making. And we still didn't have a code. And their surprise also proves it was not my original intention to pay them Robux, and clearly had no idea they were gonna be getting paid because they weren't. I only offered the 20 Robux to soldiers to keep them waiting because they were getting close to giving up on waiting for the codes, it had been over 40 minutes at that point that they were just waiting in the voice chat. And you think maybe I exaggerated, but no. Lee literally quit on the spot, and he was meant to be my senior officer. This guy was meant to be the head leader of the entire skirmisher regiment, and this is what he had to say after the battle. As you see, he couldn't wait any longer, so he just quit. And so after losing one of my senior officers, and I thought he would just quit the event, but then he ended up quitting Spain. So obviously seeing people leave at that moment, I just said, just stay and I'll give you 10 Robux. That obviously is just understandable. Now let's move on to another point that the Italians really thought was a strong point. So, response to that one stupid conscript making us look very bad by saying he's from Naples. This individual sent this message when the Italians raided my server for the skirmisher regiment voice chat. Now, Naples is the Naples mansion is the Naples we created for law. It's a part of Spain, and Axel is so OG that he's been in Spain since 2023, and coincidentally is in the same picture the Italians provided. That was from 2023. That was used by the Italians to frame me for, I'm not gonna say it out loud, but it's there. So Naples is something we created for lore. We didn't even make a Roblox group for them. They also don't have a Discord server of their own. It's more of like a friend group of Axel that join game and fight alongside us, who have attended Spanish events and trainings in the past, but I can let you talk to the Axel if you want. I'm sure he'll talk to you. Also, I can show Axel being in Spain for ages. There's pictures of him. He's not an outsider. In fact, here's an old picture of Axel from the 2023 dinner event at Spain, wearing his uniform, back when he was a ranker, just like Jure, and then now, I've upgraded him for obviously being so loyal. Now, response to the alleged Russian involvement. See, now this is something staff already know about. Both Cool Golf Boy and Nin said that they're aware that Russians were definitely not involved. They saw it and they said they agree, and they know for sure, Russia genuinely had not attended or sent any men to the battle. However, when Italians got desperate, they obviously still brought it up again, so I had to debunk and re-explain once again. But yeah, it says all people are pinged off from Russia, blah, blah, blah. You can't deny this. Of course I can deny it. Too deniable, in fact. Because there's a thing called logs, and what did I say all those days ago on the same day as the battle? I said, when they brought this up, I said Russians that day, stormed into my server for some reason. But they left the same day. And here is proof, here is logs showing the same people. Oh, these are in wrong order, by the way. This picture is meant to come first. See, Silicat, Ari, Lauter, Bloxy, $19. All the people he said are from Russia. They joined and left the same day, within an hour. It shows the date and time. They have left Spain the same day they came. All those people, that's why they have no roles, because they're not even in the server. And here is me telling Bloxy not to show up when he asked half an hour before we began if he should show up. Well, more than half an hour, but yeah, I said absolutely not. Now, I saved the best for last. This one is definitely gonna be the most fun to debunk because they are so confident in it. Let's dive right in. This screenshot Specifically, this part is also heavier, the heavier part of the screenshot. Now, firstly, let's talk about the message, bring your guys Axel. As I mentioned to Nin, this statement was referring to Axel trying to rally his friends within the game. When I mentioned guys, I was referring to our friends and fellow players who support our cause, not official members from other nations, factions, allies, whatever. Imperial Alex, who's on Italy's side, by the way, even he would remember how certified Lanzi had a France in our community, but it was really just a role play for him and his Roblox friends, and they never had a Roblox group or a Discord server. Just like this, we sponsored Axel a while ago to enrich our lore, declaring him King of Naples, a Spanish puppet state, which didn't actually physically hold any Discord server or group. It was just to hype up Axel and his friends as a reward who would participate in Spanish events, gatherings and trainings, etc. Axel is an OG Spaniard. He's in the very same picture from 2023 that Italians sent to staff. Now, regarding the message, they need to pretend being Spanish or they don't get paid. In fact, I'll increase pay. Let's be honest. Roblox is a platform where we often engage in playful banter and jokes. Since all the Spanish know of the mercenary allegations and how they're all apparently mercs, we did call ourselves mercenaries as a joke because Italians were just taking the piss out of it. So in other words, this particular message was meant to be humorous and light-hearted after such a long 40-minute wait on the day of battle. Like how Mr. Oracle said, I'm actually paid by Colonel for 30 Robux a minute to fight. But in truth, we know Valerie is a key member who has dedicated likely many hundreds of hours to Spain, which is why nobody brought that message up. Why didn't they present that as evidence of mercs? Because nobody even cared for the same reason. It's common sense, you can't be a merc. Just like that, the idea of pretending to be Spanish was a fun, exaggerated way of encouraging our friends to join in the role-playing and immerse themselves in our factions inside jokes. It was never a serious instruction to hire mercenaries. But if you're a skeptic, you probably still may not believe me, so I have brought video evidence which was presented to staff, which is also better than screenshots, so you can't claim I photoshopped anything. Here I have showed all my DMs with every person they accused me of paying as a merc. In fact, it's a bit embarrassing, but I also didn't fulfill, even though I could have because it's not against the rules, the 20 Robux promise I made to the soldiers if they kept patient. Now, I'll play the video on the screen showing nobody was paid a dime.
Now my favorite part. The Italians have actually knowingly been withholding information and evidence from the campaign's and tribulation's staff members, only presenting evidence that's in their favor and hiding those that hint to our innocence. Here, these pictures show that the Italians have been investigating us and interviewing anyone they know has attended the battle to get information out of them. However, all their investigating in the past 48 hours have only led to stories that ended up reinforcing our evidence instead. Which is why they have purposefully left out these interrogations with the people Italians name dropped, saying confidently that they are mercs. In conclusion, Was anyone paid to show up in the first place? No. Was any other Roblox nation rallied at our request? No. So then why are we still banned? Please spread this message and have a wonderful day.
Man, it doesn't matter if you 15, my nigga. I like young girls. I like them 15, 14, 16.